welcome to PCGamer Radio. And WTF is Pillars of Eternity 2. Let me introduce you to your host, Lipstickpaddy, so take it away. Alright, welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2. This is an incredible story, incredible RPG, and it is huge. It really is huge. My first playthrough of this was almost 100 hours. I really mean that, 100 hours. And this is my second playthrough now. I'm playing this one with turn-based combat, which is something that new that came to the game. And I can tell you it's way better than the autonomous one that they had originally. Partly because the autonomous one, a lot of my characters were getting destroyed, and for example, a lot of their abilities, like here on the warriors, this number one here, discipline strikes, I never used that at all in autonomous combat. It was essential. The actual pet class, the pet kept dying in autonomous, whereas in you can see here the pet were. When it's turn-based, it's so much more focused, strategized, and wonderful to play, because I've had 2 deaths in the whole game so far with this, with, of course, the wizard. He always gets hit. When you do get knocked out, though, you do end up with a condition, and you just need to rest when this happens. But if this goes to 3, the next time they get knocked out, they're going to be perma-death. So you need to be careful of that. And I think this guy's system shock was a trap that he walked into. And there are some traps that can completely wipe you out. I mean, this game can be dangerous, and you do need a rogue in your party. Or when I say a rogue, you need someone specialized in mechanics. And my top lady here, you were saying, yeah, Mia. She is phenomenal as a mechanic. So when you start the game, you need to come to this city. We're in the capital of We're in the capital city. I'll give you the name in a minute when I can read it out instead of remembering it. But we're at the top of the top of it here, the Serpent's Crown, and this is the Queen, don't you know? This is Queen Onkaza II, and she's one of the factions in the game that you can do quests with. And the interesting, if I go to the reputation score of my character, you can see here the different. You've got the Hana here. These are like the tribes. Nekitaka, this is the Queen. The Principi, these are the pirate group. We've got the Royal Deadfire Company. These are like the USA with big cannons and huge defenses. And you've got the Valian Trading Company. In fact, if you don't know who Pellegrina is, she is from the Valian Trading Company. This chap here, Sephiran, he is from the pirates. He's from the Principi peeps. And this one, Zorti, who does not like me in this playthrough because she is coming from the Children of the Dawn Stars, and I'm, you know, even though I've been helping them, she's not witnessed this, and she just doesn't like me. But anyway, you can see reputation standing here, which is nice as well. You can see I do have a relationship with Mia here, and this is all good. And you can track everything what they've liked when you're doing conversations and stuff in here. It's kind of deep and complex in its nature. I do like that about it. Now Mia, she has an amazing ability which I didn't even notice, or it didn't really attract me, but this evasive fire is like a free attack every round. It's that good. And it's pretty damaging. I mean, 86 accuracy with a 46 damage. It's fantastic. And this double twin shot is great, or even the basic wounding shot, because her gun came from a shop. And this is what is incredible about this game is you can get amazing items, not just in the world, not just from bosses, but from actual shops in the game. Let me show you her weapon. Now here it is, the red hand. It is incredible. You know, it has lesser range than a normal gun, and you might think it's only got 30. That's phenomenal, 39 for a gun. But here's the thing, it fires 2 shots before reloading. That means you get 2 turns per round with this gun. It's effectively double damage. And coupled up with the roll, the evasive fire roll, she is consistently doing 120 damage to multiple opponents as well. So she is the biggest DPS in the game, the biggest mechanic one for searching for traps and unlocking them. She's fantastic, because in the first Pillars of Eternity there was no rogue class. By the way, with her, she is... I have not picked a rogue. She is full-on ranger this time, because when I played my first playthrough and it was rogue, she was a multi-class rogue ranger, she was not as potent. But now that she's just a ranger, she's still good at doing this stuff. And, you know, I wouldn't multi-class with her is what I'm trying to say. And she's much stronger doing it like that. Now, my main character here, who's got this epic sword, one of the things about this class, and I'll show you the classes later briefly, is that it can only use one type of weapon. And here, the greatsword, well, it's kind of... You're going to be limited in this class, because there are certain weapons which are soulbound. I will show you one here. This is a unique weapon in the world that has its own story, and it has kind of quests for you to do. This one's fully upgraded, but if I go to the wizard here, he's got this gun, the Blight Heart, which is getting stronger as he does things for it. You can see here, his next mission is apply 30 dex afflictions, and he's doing this normally with he's just firing it. So this is just better for me, because I use this gun as my main gun for my ranger last in my first playthrough, but the gun she has is far better than Blight Heart by a massive country mile. It's so much better. This, and you just get it from a shop. You get it from a shop, and it's fabulous. Now, when you do look at items, you can see here my tank here, Ida. He's got 2 shields here. This shield here from a shop also. Let me just show you this shield. This is for if I'm going to fight a tough match. I'll bring this shield to the party, because it has nourishing light, which, if I look at this clip, you've got to really look at these items. 2 HP restored per round, but you think, okay. But if you look at its enchantments, you can see here it has nourishing light, which means it'll have double healing at night, essentially. Or you can make it shield everybody. It all depends on what you want to do. But these options on these items are kind of what make it fantastic as a weapon. Now, is that my sword that my character's got? Yes, I can kind of show you the upgrade here. Now, so when you get these, they're just... if it's fine, you get 15% damage. And as you upgrade it, it starts to go 30, 45, 60. And you can actually go 75 with a mythic if you have the mythic requirement. It's not showing here, but you can definitely go mythic. And the problem is with these soulbounds is that they can't push beyond into mythics, so they're kind of limited, and you'll always be better off getting rid of them later on. As you start doing all the stuff in the game, you'll end up getting rid of the soulbound, or the soulbounds are kind of tier 2, and the stuff you fight in the world, in the shops, are tier 3, because the damage is so much greater. Their abilities are so much greater. So you really need to kind of investigate and look at this kind of stuff that you've got. By the way, my main character, he can only use great swords, but he's using absolute massive damage on this guy. And coupled with this power strike, he's doing about 120 damage. And it is so big, it hits people behind them as well. I mean, oh. We're talking fantastic here for damage output. And the barbarian here. His shout, the barbaric roar, can kill a massive group of people. I'm telling you, this thing's so strong. It really is a massive AoE. And interestingly, when you're playing, I'm going to start walking around here. What up, dude? We've been up on this lot for a long time. Let's go for a walk around the city. I'll tell you about these characters. Now, I've come down here just to show you something else that's cute with the game. And you can see a stray cat. If I pick the cat up, his name's Prissy. And if I click Prissy down here, 15% healing. Now, you need to look at the party-wide effect, because this is a second feature of the pets now. So if I click that, now you can see Prissy has 2 abilities on her. And all the pets are the same. Healing and health restored on kill, that goes to your party. So this is fantastic how the pets have 2 abilities, and you can have 1 pet with you. This, I've actually got 2 pets with me because Idea has a pet also. This is what's called New Game Plus, I might as well call it. But yeah, it is really cool that you can do that, and you can switch these in and out of the pets to give you a bonus for when you kind of need something. If there's a specific something that you need, like perception. If you're looking for traps, high level traps, you might need to slot in some perception pets. Love the effects on the wall here. All good. We'll go up here. And down here. Yeah, so when you Pillars of Eternity 1, there wasn't a rogue, and you ended up making your own rogue. If you go to an inn, you can create your own character class if it's not serving you. If the game's not giving you what you want, you can just go and make one, which is good. And when I found Mia, it was almost emotional, because finally I could have this character that could do all the stuff but have, you know, voice acting and a story and romance with this character. Anyway, you notice though the loading time in this game is a bear. It really is. They're really stretching the they're really pushing the engine with this game. I mean, it's not a question of optimize, it's a question of you need to stick this on your SSD. Man, this room is great. And you'll be coming in here, there's a guy that gives you quests to hunt down pirate ships, which is great. The pirate aspect, which I'll go into later, It is very good, because there's two types of kind of quests that you can pick up. One, go and kill pirates. One, go and kill this baddie out in the world. And they're really good to get, especially go and killing the baddies, because they generally give you...
That's my job.
Ooh.
Stand down, little soldier.
That's the pet she's talking about. Got interrupted. Right, so as we walk around, what am I talking about here? Oh, I've lost my thread, peeps. Loading times, yeah, they're kind of large. So you need to put this on your SSD, is my recommendation. Yeah, if you do these legendaries, this person here who gives you... Oh, this is a nice shop here.
Remember, a pet is a cure. You are sure to find one that suits you.
Yeah, if you're looking for a pet type, you can just come in here. She sells all types of pets. And there's a person I'll show you later who's selling a very rare pet as we go down, because the shopping experience in the game is really cool. I like the aspect of visiting each city and going shopping there, checking out what the shops have and how they'll affect your players. It is really, really cool. And especially as you're going to be enchanting your gear to make them their full potential, you are 100% going to be going to these shops just for ingredients to enchant. I'm telling you, you're going to be doing a lot of running around shopping. It's going to be just part of the experience. Now, the party's a little bit different this time round. I'm going around. I didn't have a barbarian on my first play round, and I think the barbarian only comes good maybe after level 16. He's a little bit not doing too much damage early on, is my complaint with the barbarian. Anyway, you can see him right at the top, Serpent's Crown. As soon as you get your boat running, I'd come here, up to here, and get Mia as fast as you can. She's an essential character, as far as I'm concerned. Now, Peric is overlooked. This is kind of shopper's paradise. We've got the Gullet, which is the poor area. The Sacred Stair is kind of where all the temples are. The Brass Citadel is where the traders are, the big castle. And Queen's Birth, this is the port. We're going to have a little walk around Nikitaka. You can see here it kind of walks around the city that way. Be interesting to see where they go with their next game, if it is going to be Pillars 3. And are they going to stick to this isometric, or are they going to push it into 3D like Dragon Age did? Because this game would certainly be phenomenal if it went that way. Who knows? Who knows? I think all these RPGs eventually will go like that. It's a question of when. It is a question of when. Oh, these load times, peeps. Stick it on your SSD. I have got an SSD. The game's not that big. Man, it is ripping it down with rain today. What's going on? Yeah, if you go into your weight here, you can wait around for night time and things like that. Certain events happen at certain times of day. Now the cities, the ones that say go and kill this person where you get a nice legendary drop off of them, they're quite nice for that, but they're kind of literally assassination missions you're picking up off an NPC. The actual full quests that they're asking you to do, they are full of mystery, because they will say, can you go and investigate this thing? And when you go there, there's so much things that you find there. Secrets that you find, stories that you find, people that could fit on your ship, and just incredible the quests that you go on in this game. They really are. This is a great shop, the Dark Cupboard. In fact, it's the best spellbook in the game for a generic caster. Let's have a look. From this shop, Aloft Spellbook. The Grimoire of Vaporous Wizardry. Now, damage does cause an interrupt, and yeah, this is very bad. You need to stick him far at the back. But it grants extra spells, so you can cast 2 Meteor Storms in one round. Sorry, in one, fight that you're doing. Which is absolutely fantastic. The more spells he can do, the more damage output he has. This is great. And in fact, the wizard is, when you're playing turn-based, he is the worst character in turn-based until he gets quicker casting, because often the time it takes to cast a fireball, they've all moved out of the way or he's been interrupted because everyone gets to see him casting something. So there's literally, they have time to react to your spell. When he gets fast casting though, around about level 12 I think it is, he then shows his promise. So it literally is a glass cannon, which is why he has died a few times. And one of his early spells, this Slicken, which greases the ground so everyone falls over, which is a massive necessary thing if you've got a group of people coming at you just to make them all fall over. So you fire that and they've already run past the area. It's it's so useless in turn-based. But this one, Fleet Feet, is essential in turn-based because you now have an amount of movement each turn. So Stride, the ability Stride, now comes into play. And when you play Autonomous, Stride's not a thing. They've dumbed it down if you play Autonomous, they really have. Oh, we need to go this way. Peeps, going the wrong way. They do have a bathhouse here. Oh, the hot razor skewers are fantastic for resting, peeps. They really are. But the best food to rest. There's a nice bathhouse in here. There's some quests to go on in here. NPCs just jibber-jabbing as you're walking around. Sometimes your party talks things, but they've maybe expelled most of their speech by late in the game. Going across the bridge. I mean, how cool would that be, walking across that bridge? This city would look epic if it was done in 3D. It really would. It's an amazing city in the RPG world. It really is when you first come here. It is something special. We're slowly getting down. I mean, there's a lot to talk about this game. It's absolutely massive, super ambitious, and wonderful character development, wonderful items in the world, wonderful enchantments that just really characterize each legendary into something where even stuff that shops have can be important.
Stunt you pulled in Queen's birth, scaring everyone half to death. Tell me, do the spirits watch everything you do? Like, everything?
Wouldn't you like to know? At the temple area, you can go in here. I've been in here. You going first? Yeah. Great areas to walk around. All this stuff has agency. You're going to be coming here with different characters that will mean different things, and you have the option in your play group to come through and play it with different characters. And really, with this second playthrough, I only focused on doing quests. I only focused on doing quests with the Deadfire group, which is the Maya's group. I ignored the pirates and all the queen and all that stuff.
Incense, offerings for the temple.
No offerings for the temple, no. But I mean, one thing, if you have any complaint about any RPG, is that it's just too short. And this game has, if you do everything, 100 hours in the playgroup, peeps. 100 hours of entertainment. And I'm coming back with second playgroup here. Oh. Yeah, we're going to go to each person. We'll walk around as we talk about stuff. Now, this picture of the ship with the massive attack, I've still not done this in the game. 125 hours played and still not found that. There's so much mystery to be had. The shop here sells really good stuff. You can see here how the massive castles that they built here and the big cannons that these peeps have got, the Deadfire group, really, really strong they are. And yeah, I mean, it's beautifully well crafted, some amazing areas, great exploration, discovery is high, and the whole pirate aspect to the game is super, super cool. Now the gullet. Now when you come to these areas in the game, you're going to be spending almost a couple of hours here because there's a lot to do in each city province. It really is. The gullet, in fact, has a lot of secret areas that maybe the Queen might get you to investigate what they are. If you don't find them yourself, quests will lead you there. For example, over here, you can take this lift down into this massive, dangerous pit down here where they throw people down for punishment. Ooh. Obviously desperate here. I'm going to go to the pub and I'm going to show you the character classes because you're going to be blown away by what they've done here.
What have we here?
Ooh. Some secret found. Let's have a look. Some money. I'll take that. Thank you very much. The Hole, it's called. Now here you can re-roll your character and you can create a character. Let me show you the uniqueness of this because all RPGs need to look at this, in my opinion. There's some good innovation here with the character creation.
Need something? What you need? Let me know if you see something.
Now, so these inns, they will sell you stuff. You can sell stuff to them. You can rest, which gives you some buffs, which is pretty good. There are certain places that are going to be better than others for your groups. So this one's obviously better for stealthing around. Now, you can create your own character, or you can bring in an adventurer. So if you want a certain type to come with you, you can create them. You can also buy pirates for your ship. The pirates for your ship, though, they can only get leveled up 4 times. So Novice Cook here, he's actually got good potential. He could become a 4-star cook, whereas these two at the top, they can only become a maximum of 3 in one of these because, again, they can only share 4 upgrades. So yeah, in fact, here the cook, the basic cook, is better than these two up here. You can re-roll or retrain. This is going to be important if you get certain weapons that you need to kind of hone your build for, because when my first playthrough, I was a wizard and I picked up a sword. It was soul-bound to me and no one else could use it, and I had to level it up as a wizard, and I had to come and retrain my wizard into a battle mage, which was amazing. Amazing thing to do. It really was. How do you make a mage a battle mage? Well, it was great, but yeah, when you finally unlock it, you can give it to any other character, but it literally was useless then. But it was it was a nice ride while it lasted. You can change your characters in here, all this good stuff. Now, I'm going to create a character just to... Yeah. Now, let's make a lady. Now, each of these has their own bonuses here, so you can kind of go towards what you kind of want. Might here is damage, and even a mage might is important for damage. So if you really want spells that kick ass, you need to really roll a mage with might, because intelligence is not going to be good for a mage, because intelligence is just duration of a spell and the area of effect and your defense, your will defense. So, not important. Dexterity, on the other end, is your action speed. So you can cast spells faster. This is much better. Dexterity and might as a mage, more important than intelligence. Anyway, we're just going to go human. Yeah, this is all good. Single class, what we're going to do. Now, they each have a class and they have subclass. You can see as a berserker, they get certain bonuses and certain penalties. For example, the berserker is going to take damage while he's in frenzy mode. Corpse Eater. So they have like this unique class. In the fighter, you notice the devoted here, you pick one weapon as their choice and you'll be heavily penalized in accuracy if you choose any other in the game. But you do have huge crit damage and penetration, so it's like ultimate power if you become devoted. So you have this kind of nice option to build your class with. Now, when you do find a character like Mia, she does come pre-designed with her subclass. She herself is a sharp shooter. But if you roll on yourself, you can become whatever you wish, you know, an arcane archer if you want some spells with your archery and all this good stuff. You can check out these subclasses, they're really good. But, for example, the wizard. If you want to specialize in evoking things, which are all like fire, lightning, and all the elemental spells, you lose access to spells from transmutation and conjuration schools. Look at this massive spell book with a wizard. It's huge. Every spell different. I mean, there's literally... I mean, this is only going to level 9. So, literally, the amount of spells in this game is phenomenal. That's the wizard. The priest gets her own spell book, not as big. The paladin. The trees for each character are definitely worth looking at. They're very unique. Oh, the druid. This is a character you certainly don't get to look at. You're going to have to create a druid to go down this route. But look at all those passives on the right. I mean, super interesting class. Cypher as well, which is a bit like a bard, where you're singing spells during the battle. What different ciphers can you get here? Yes, they all come with different abilities, and you really do get into heavy your class when you're creating it. This is what my basic point is. The chanter, here you go. This is the bard, my apologies. So yeah, absolute tons of unique spells that are going through. I really love the fact that it's so deep in its customization. I really love that literally each of these each of these can really change up your gameplay style, which is really good. I mean, having just one mage in my group made it different. It absolutely did. I had that extra fighter in the group, so we were more focused hands up front. In fact, I'll show you my setup. Here we go, in the formation. I've got my three melee guys with the pet. She's a fantastic interrupter of mages. Anyone doing a spell, she can just interrupt them. And I've got these 2 weaks at the back here, which is really good. You can set this up yourself. And you'll see here that Isha has an ability which is a takedown combo, which is the one I always use for a mage because it's guaranteed hit, knock them down. Yes, I really have enjoyed the pet more in... I've enjoyed the ranger and pet class more in the turn-based. And if I've got any recommendation of anyone coming in to play this game, is just do turn-based. You know, that's my recommendation. Far more strategic. You get to see the nuance of each character. You're really using the spells correctly and the buffs correctly when you fight. It makes it more satisfying, is what my opinion is. Now we're going to go to the boats. I'm going to leave out the Queen's Berth just for fun. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, the loading times in the game. The loading times in the game. Come on, you can do it. If you're changing from a map, city map, to your boat, that's a long loading time. When you're loading in from the desktop into the game, that's a long loading time. Now this map, when you first come here, oh, the steward, go away. This map, when you first come here, is completely got fog everywhere, like and you really need to uncover it. And there's lots of pirates in the game when you first come in. I've destroyed all of them. And I'm going to show you a bit of combat here. The Valiants here, they hate me, and what flag have I got on my boat? Royal Deadfire. Alright, so they're going to hate me with my flag. So, let's come. I've got the biggest ship in the game. We're chasing... chasing this ship. And this is what I like about the pirate hunting. Oh, something's on the horizon. The Deadfire sea is calm, and the junk, my ship. So you get like this kind of book reading that comes. It's kind of nice. These people here, you can see they are people on my ship. My bird scorned, he's my boat swan. And El Ingram here is my surgeon on my ship, don't you know. He is a bit of a drunk, but he is religious, this guy. And Landreth here is the Helmsman, level 4. Fantastic. Fearless, impulsive. This is what you want out of your Helmsman. He's great. So he's at the wheel, you see. And you can go on your ship and look at these guys. And sometimes you meet them in the city doing stuff. It's kind of cool. Let's whistle with Landreth. Here, I get some morale for that. Something's happening. A quiet rumble rolls across the sea. Now, these abilities here are my Helmsman abilities, now that he's so level 4. Keep it an angle! That's a success. So, you get kind of these events. And I've seen this before, which I'm blasting it for, I don't want to spoil it too much with you, but you get kind of these scripted events, and we're still on the hunt. And you can hear them singing to me. Yeah, they do love me. I am giving them lots of beer. Look, it did come for me. We're going into naval combat and we'll show you how this works. This guy is going to be dead. I'm going to turn to port, turn to the side, get ready for shooting this guy. Now, when you turn to port, your ship's going to be moving, so you need to hold position. This is going to give you accuracy. He's also holding 2 here. You can see 20% accuracy for him and ourselves. Now, if you go on report to, you can have a look at the person's ship. Now, he's got these hull breakers. That means I don't want to get within 250 meters of him. We're at 360, so these are going to be very inaccurate on that side of the ship. Meanwhile, on this side of the ship, 200 to 500. So these are the ones he's going to be hitting me with. But as you can see, I've got 5 on each side. Double bronzers. These are going to kick his ass. In 2 rounds, this guy's going to be dead. So cancel that. Now, the difference here, a level 4, 100%, a level 2, 90%, and a level 3, 95%. So the more experience they have, obviously, the better accuracy they have. It's the better as the roll. Here we go. Fire! Oh, the sound of all them firing. I love it. Oh! Now, sometimes you can hit them and it causes all kinds of destruction on the ship, which is kind of fun. In fact, yeah, something has happened. They're moving sailors around. You see that something's happened. So we're gonna prepare to jibe, which is a turn to the other side of the ship. Yes. What's he doing? I don't know what they're doing. They're moving people around. I didn't want to get injured. I think it was the shot below the deck. Something happened. They're firing. Look at that pitiful damage. Let's hold and fire the cannons. They're going down. That's the best we get. Let's hold for a second time and hope for better accuracy. Fire then! Two damage below deck. That is definitely going to be damaging the crew. Let's jibe. Now, if you think they're going to hit you and you go full speed, you do become less easy to hit. So that can be a strategy if you're in a smaller ship against the bigger ones, is to get racing. He's going to 400 meters. What's this guy doing? He looks like he's on the run. He's on the run. He's way out of range. Let's try and catch him up. He's on the run. He's scared. Now, if they're on the run, they're just going to outpace you. So you're better off charging, if possible. In this case, I will show you the combat. You have to be warned with the colours of your flag in this game, because as soon as you change it up, there's going to be a little bit of unexpected circumstances are happening. Nice picture that you have, though, of the characters. I do like it. It's not bored. That picture I see a lot. It's not bored me after all these hours. So again, if you're changing from map into a city, if you're changing from your map to something, that you expect some load time. Now you can see all these people are scared. They're actually scared of me. I'm actually a well-known person. Now I'm just going to show you this unbelievable death maneuver. First, she's actually going to roll over here and hit somebody for free. The 100 damage on that roll. Good night. I'm playing this on classic mode, by the way. This is not easy mode. She's going to use a double penetrating shot for this guy, and it's going to go through him and hit him as well. Look at, I mean, just ultimate damage from her. It's unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, spells in this game are knockout, so let's put a... This is a weird spell to do. In fact, first we're going to give him his light foot. That means he can go a long way to set up an attack. Can we get the 3 of these? This spell's awkward in its use. There, that'll get 2 of them. It's a little bit awkward. Spin it around it, Loft. What's this all about? I mean, this spell is awkward in use. There. These are the other characters on your ship do fight, and this is the bird. So we're just going to bring the bird up and wait for someone to cast a spell. But you can actually say delay the turn as well. So, and Ida not doing too much, but he's got a good knockdown. Can you get to the priest in time? No, he can. Again, movement speed on turn-based. His stride is important. Now these guys are going to be casting spells, so I'm going to put my rush ability, and he's going to charge himself up on the priest. I do like how your characters are here fighting with you, even though you're not using them. They're still on your ship, and that you will see them. Now here he is, the man himself. He's going to be bringing the pain. Now this ability, Empower, it lets you get all your abilities, some of them back during a match, but you can use it to overpower something. So I'm first going to get my strike stronger with disciplines, then I'm going to power up my power strike on this guy. 150! Oh my god! In one hit! Now look, he takes so long to cast that 2 of my peeps are going to be in that spell. Right, here we go. So she's going to roll here. Oh dear. And we're going to get the double hit. And again, this is 2. She's the second fight in the same round. This is a double. Remember, this gun gives her 2 actions per round. This is the second group here. So she's probably done 300 damage in the one round. Let's help my guy out here. Just bang him. This is why turn-based is a little more strategic, though. Let's just hit him hard. The spell finally came in. He's going to cast that. So yeah, it's knowing your characters and getting really into the fights when you're in dungeons or you're rolling around caves and all sorts of interesting places. It is a fantastic experience from start to finish. It really is. The finds that you get... He's going to die now. And it is truly magical experience. Very ambitious, but they pulled it off, Obsidian, and... Oh man, have you got yourself a treat here. when it comes to a RPG. Pillars of Eternity 2, it is a must-buy experience. It truly is a special game. And for me, it's in the top of its class now. There's nothing comes close to how deep this game is in every level. They've thought of as much as they can, and I'll be super curious to see where they push the innovation in the next game. Let's try and finish this match, because if this was simultaneous play, by the way, it would be over. It would definitely be over. Let's put some electricity up there. So yeah, these ship battles that you do with the other factions, they are fairly difficult. Look at this, 120 damage. That's just from a roll. I'll empower her so she can still use her strike. And so yeah, ship battles then. The longest ship battles you're going to have are with the other factions. And you're only going to get these if you change your flag. So be careful of doing that, but you will get some more high-end action. And the only reason I'm fighting with these is because they were running away from me. So... oh, I love those slowdowns. The game is really dynamic in its fighting. I love it. Getting all this rain. 59 from Ida. He's not very good on the damage output, unfortunately. Those paladins must have a lot of armor. All right. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? I wish you could rotate that yourself. It's really awkward. It is mega awkward. The spell's unusable. All right, we're gonna try and finish it. If you can go there and roar. I'll show you the roar. Now, it doesn't show you the damage, but it can kill people, that. That's my special ability with my weapon. So, the turn-based combat is the longest on a ship by far. Well, when you're traveling around the islands, it is an absolute phenomenal experience. You really get that pirate adventure feel, and it is second to none. It really is. I'm going to go across there, and it says I can't go across there. Okay. And I can truly say you'll have a magical time. It is that good. The story is good, the conversations are good, it's all voice acted, I've really enjoyed it. And the only real complaint is the loading times, but you can just SSD and fix it, or you can just, you know, wait. No real rush. And you know you've got a massive, massive amount of stuff you can be doing in the game, so it's huge. We're going to finish this match. Oh. One guy left. He does have jumping boots. Let's jump over here. And you can see here that the actual stride is important. That you're so far away. Oh, that was his legendary soulbound crit. The crew are all getting levels up here. I'm going to share money with the crew. This will get the morale up. And you mainly get money from this stuff. No special items at all. So before we go then, I just want to mention a couple of things. If you get the All-In Edition, this desert island, I've conquered this island. I named this island, don't you know? The expansions that are coming with the game are actually going to be islands in the game. If we look at this island here, there's no port to get in here, and you'll only learn of how to get on this later on in the game, because that is an expansion to come here. A really good expansion. Also, there is this Harbinger's Watch here is an expansion content as well. This island, when you come here and expect like a good, when you come to these, it's like a good 3-hour campaign. It's way longer than any other island experience you'll have when you come here. Just let yourself be known for that. And there's also an expansion in here as well, and this is a phenomenal one. You might find it difficult in the game to find gear for spellcasters, but when you come here, it basically got fantastic gear for spellcasters. It really does. So yeah, I like how the expansions have just updated on the map itself, which is nice. And yeah, oh, and do you know what? I really need to go back to and show you the new game plus, don't I? So let's go there now. So on your first playthrough, you're going to be doing things that get achievements, and these achievements are going to give you blessings, which is like a currency which you can adapt your new game plus with. So when it gets to the menu, when it gets to the menu, when it gets to the menu. Now, so you select a new game, and it's going to be turn-based, 100% turn-based. Your experience is so much better with turn-based combat. It really is far more strategic. It's a no-brainer. And it's new. This is something that came in after launch, and it's so much better for it. Now here we have Barath's Blessings. I've actually got to click this little circle here to get it. And it's a set of options that you can spend your currency to give you in the game. So this is your second playthrough. In your second playthrough, do you want to have more money when you start? Do you want to start at level 4? Do you want to have bonus attributes? Do you want to have the world map explored? So it's all this good stuff. In fact, this one's really good, where Ida unlocks his pet slot. So that's definitely one you're going to want to get. And the infamous past, this is going to give you more intimate and about 10% damage. I can't remember what it is, but this one's really good as well. But this is how the new game plus works. So if you put a lot of time and effort into your first playthrough, you'll, like I did, you'll get a lot of these, and you can unlock most of these. This one here, the mythical Adra Stone, that is going to give you a free upgrade. Well, when you go in the game, once you get something to legendary, you can use this stone to put it to a mythic item. And the only way to get these stones in the game is to kill the massive baddies in the game that drop these. And these are real high-end game activities to do. And in my opinion, they are way overpowered. And my recommendation is to put the difficulty down when you fight them. It'll still be a 15-20 minute game, and you're totally going to have a battle on your hand. The longest battle you'll have is with these epic bosses, but put it down onto as low difficulty as you can, because for me, that is my expected difficulty when I face them, is that. Because when you play it at classic mode, it is nigh impossible. So I had no qualms pushing it down. Too easy is to fight these because it was still a long game. And if you look online, some people are fighting these monsters for more than an hour. So that's just unrealistic for me to actually spend an hour fighting a baddie. Just nonsense. So, but yeah, everything is great with this game. Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, an absolute amazing, incredible achievement and a must-play experience. Oh my god. Do we recommend it? Of course we do! Well, on that bombshell, you've been listening to PC Gaming Radio. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. I hope you had fun. Thanks for watching. If you got to the end, you rock. So you take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now. Well, thanks for watching. And if you remember, you can please subscribe and like the video. And don't remember, you can also hit the bell for notices on the channel. Yeah, we've also got a Twitter you can see on our banner, so check that out too. So take care and bye-bye.